You know these guys. Liam Williams in particular, a lot of the narrative around this fight is, how much has he got left? He thinks he's got plenty left. He says, I'm only 31 years old, why are you even talking about other fights? I'm here, I'm the machine, I'm ready to go on Saturday. You know this guy, you've sparred him. Tell us what you think about Liam Williams heading into this fight.
Yeah, for me, Liam Williams was one of the best middleweights in the country, and previously to that, he was wiping everyone out domestically. You had your Heffrons, and obviously in the international scene, we had that Fox that come over from America, who's a very tall lad, very similar to Hamzah Sheeraz. Obviously different fighters, but he cleaned up domestically, and yeah, I've experienced him. I've sparred with him. I only did 4 rounds. It's probably one of the most intense 4 rounds I've ever had with a fighter, to be honest. And yeah, I think if he's still got it there, like I say, don't look at past fights or previous fights with obviously Eubank. I think that was an anomaly. That shouldn't. It's a weird one. But Liam Williams is one of the best fighters out there.
And how good is Hamzah Sheeraz? Because right now, as we're watching his rise, he's only 24 years old, by the way, which is remarkable. These 18 fights, he hasn't really put a foot wrong. At middleweight, since he's stepped up to middleweight, he's knocking everyone out within 4 or 5 rounds. He looks the part.
Absolutely he does. And obviously you see him coming through. I mean, we've boxed on some of the same shows throughout the years. My first ever show before I got signed with Frank was about 4 years ago, and he boxed a lad called Ryan Kelly, who's a very good fighter for the Midlands, and he beat Ryan, but then obviously you've seen him progress. And then for me, where he really highlighted how good he potentially could be is when he boxed a lad called River Wilson Bent. Now, I've sparred River Wilson, he was a very good fighter, but the way that Sheeraz went through him almost like butter was very impressive, because not many fighters are going to do that. So it just shows that he's got that there. He's obviously very tall, very rangy, and it makes him quite awkward in regards to dealing with that kind of style. But he punches with it as well. So maybe he should have called himself the Hitman, because obviously he's got them Hearns attributes.
Yeah.
But this is where the test is really going to come tomorrow night. If he performs and does the job on Liam Williams, well, listen, he is the man. But it is the test tomorrow, so it'd be interesting to see how he deals with it.
Well, look, he does appear to be the man, but I guess, look, you're here, you're having a look at all of these kind of things, everything that's going to go on today, you'll be there tomorrow night. Do you reckon he could do it on a cold, rainy night in Stoke?
Who knows? Who knows? Not many can, though. Well, back in the day, at least. But now they beat us every week. But still, yeah, it's one of them. For me, regardless of how these guys do tomorrow and so on, I've got the most important fight myself on March 16th against Brad Pauls, so he's my only focus at this moment in time. But yeah, they're all going to want a bit of Stoke, aren't they? They're all going to want a bit of Stoke, mate.
I even saw like Conor Benn tweet you the other day. You've got a bit of a target on your back now. Obviously, look, you've got to come through Brad Pauls, but it feels like the boxing gods are conspiring for you to have a big night at Stoke. Someone needs to be in the opposite corner.
Yeah, well, that's it. And whoever is in the opposite corner is in line for a great event. Obviously, I'll always prepare myself the best possible. Like I say, it's pointless to talk about that. I've got a fight that's coming up soon, so that's the most important one. 5 weeks, in fact, tomorrow. So not like I'm counting the days, but yeah, there's potential there for something exciting in the future, and everyone wants to be a part of that.
How's your prep going for Brad Pauls? This is a big fight.
Yeah, very good. I had some excellent sparring this week. Some real big lads. Obviously, Zach Parker, who's a massive super middleweight. I had Kieran Conway, who's one of my possibly rivals in terms of the domestic scene, who's a very good fighter, and then some other lads as well at BCB Promotions. And yeah, the training with Steve Woodvine, he always gets me in tip-top shape. We tick every single box, and like we took up a level last time for Denzel Bentley, well, we've got another fighter to prepare for this time, and we're taking up at a level again. The workout I did with Steve yesterday, I wouldn't wish it on any man, because it was brutal, but it's what we need to do to be ready.
Well, look, it sounds like you are ready for that. You're getting ready for that. We'll be very, very shortly seeing Hamzah Sheeraz, but he actually has had a little bit to say about yourself. Let's have a little look.
The Nathan Heaney fight's a fight I'd take with both hands for sure.
Fancy it? It's a windy night.
That's what they're saying. Yeah, everyone's saying a cold, rainy night at Stoke. Why not? It kind of gives me the extra motivation, extra fire when you go in there, when you go to their hometown and beat them.
Do you rate Nathan though?
Of course. I suppose he gets rated more now, especially after that last performance.
Always nice to spice it up a little bit, but Hamzah's, he fancies it. If it ever comes up, he fancies a bit of Nathan Heaney. I'm sure you fancy a bit of Hamzah Sheeraz. So, would you beat him?
Yeah, listen, you can't say who you're going to beat, do you? Like, it's one of them, if you turn up on a night, you can beat anyone if you do the right things. But yeah, like I said, he's very respectful. Everyone wants a big night in Stoke because obviously there's rewards that come with that, and obviously by beating me as well, there comes further rewards. But yeah, he's a good lad. He conducts himself well, like I say, respectful, and yeah. But like I say, Steve is like, there's only one person we focus on now. And I don't want to mention his name again, but that's what we're focusing on.
And that person is Brad Pauls
Yeah,
on
Brad
March
Pauls,
16 in Birmingham. I actually asked you beforehand, we did a little interview, have you blocked him on social media yet? At that point, Nathan, you hadn't. Give us the news. Is he now blocked?
Yeah, he was blocked the day after. Yeah, I like to have a quick look in terms of what kind of feedback they're getting or how they're engaging online with certain things. And he's very confident of us becoming the new British champion. So I like that little bit there, but then as soon as that happened, just blocked. Seeing a bit like, I don't need to see him again. The next time I'll see them is on Fight Nights. Obviously, you see little interviews pop up, but I don't click them. It's pointless. I don't need to. But people always go and tag you on Twitter and social media. But yeah, it is what it is. I know what that person looks like in my mind. I don't need to see anything else up until that point.